Hell Talk podcast. Do not ask me why I said next, or else I'll kill you. I am joined by my guest, Vonnie
I like Ruby.
Van Wild.
He didn't even finish.
Yeah, I
He
did.
didn't even finish
That's my
introducing
thing.
you.
He only ever says, "Hi, I'm Vonnie." He only says that.
I'm a simple man.
No. No, Luke didn't finish introducing Vonnie before Vonnie just interrupted him.
Vonnie, the
Is my
interrupting
audio messed up?
slut. Van Wild, the one man that never uploads, even worse than me.
And me.
That's bullshit because I've got more videos than you, so I don't know how you can say that.
Wait, really?
Have you seen my second channel? I have 300 videos posted on that one.
Oh, wow.
How many years ago was that channel again?
Like, 6? But the last
Right.
upload,
Anyway.
last upload was 2.
Ah, I see.
6 years was when I was the most active. Yeah, but I am your lovely host, Zhao Luke. And for our main topic today, because it's been a while, I know you guys missed me. We're gonna talk about the state of VTuber address, if you will. And for the audience's enjoyment, I will be editing our topics on this on the green board.
Green board, you say?
Yeah. Before I get into it, I'd like to know everyone's relative knowledge of VTubers.
Uh, I know a lot of them. Uh,
Mostly the
I'm pretty
virgins.
well that, and I'm really like some of the maybe unconventional ones, like Victoria or Cottontail. It's all
I
about the
don't think
personality
it.
for me.
I don't think it's that. I don't think you're being too much of a V hipster if you're going after Cottontail.
It's the ones I could name at the top of my head.
Is like basically if you jacked it to animated porn, you probably heard Cottontail at some point.
Most likely, but I mostly know her from her music.
Fair enough. Van Wild, what's your knowledge? Van Wild. Bitch, fucking talk. Jesus.
Little to nothing about VTubers, pretty much. So, this
You just cut
Okay.
yourself out.
my
Jesus
little
Christ.
2 cents of shit I know about Nux.
I'm pretty sure all you know about Nux is literally just through me at this point. Considering, like, the last few Hell Talks that I've scrapped was just Nux Taku rants.
Uh,
I was like, oh yeah, next Taku is just like, it is essentially what it could be boiled down to. But it's like, recently, I've been getting back into the rabbit hole of, like, watching VTubers all over again. And I think that's kind of the cycle when you get out of VTubing for so long. I feel like the moment I go back to doing VTube streams, it's gonna change back to I watch no VTubers. All of you don't exist. I am the God King of the universe. Okay, no reaction. Fine.
what?
No, I was like, usually you guys have some sort of comment when I go on my fake Narso rants.
I was gonna say,
I was a little taken
occasionally,
back by that.
occasionally, I'll binge watch a certain VTuber and then I'll drop VTubers altogether. Um, but
Funny,
yeah,
are VTubers cringe?
um,
Are they horny?
yeah, all of the above.
So you also say that they assaulted women.
Wait, I didn't know about that one.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot. Some of my reasons for leaving the VTubing community is
Bonnie,
not
why'd
just
you
a talk.
pause, man?
It's not just
Pause?
because of how. Yeah, you paused. It's not just because of how toxic the community is about being positive. It's like these people will hunt you down if you fucking. It feels like if they can't successfully ostracize you, they'll hunt you down for remotely being negative. Now, I won't lie, there will be people that are like farming sad posts for likes on Twitter or for attention. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went mask off earlier today.
Goo it, mask off. I don't think I can say that word. Goo it. Banned word.
Vonnie racist? Question mark?
No, it's a certain substance that's illegal to get unless you go to the streets.
Yeah, but essentially, this lady was saying like, "You guys won't miss. I'll actually leave this time, so you guys will actually miss me." And then I just quote tweeted them saying, "Bruh." And it's like it's not really all that mask off, but it's like I feel like every day every time I scroll through Twitter, I am so close from just becoming the actual shit heel of the VTuber community. Like I will grab my Colt revolver and start culling the herd. Cause like what the fuck? Why did Van Wild what? Huh? You there, buddy? Well, Van Wild fixes.
I don't know what's going on.
That's fair. No, that threw up my thought process.
Kind of like kind of like the subject at hand. I don't know what's going on with VTubing.
I see what
Well-
you did there.
Yeah. Just imagine high schoolers. It's like when I joined VTubing, I thought it was a really positive community. I thought everybody was generally nice and just wanted to hang out. That was like that chill vibe. And then when I actually got into it, is like the more VTubers I try to DM to become friends with, the more you'd get rejected being accused of clout chasing. As I had a few people just not reply to me in DMs, which is fair. But when they do reply to me, it's more of it is kind of rude. They're kind of a little bit rude. They're like, "What the fuck you want?" Essentially.
Huh. Must
It's like,
think sorry?
It's like you got like only a couple hundred followers on Twitter. You're not exactly popping off, my friend.
Yeah, I was gonna say I already got a big head.
Yeah. And it's like at the time there was like meaningless debates about what is a VTuber. Is that is PNG tubing actually valid? And it's like, yes, it's valid. And it's like then you'd hear all these fucking VTweeters go like, you need a $10,000 model to actually VTube, and that's what I'm saving up for. Also, I'm gonna spend thousands of dollars on scabs.
Gebs?
Yes, scabs.
What is that?
I absolutely hate this concept. It's just people going to this one website where you. I never actually did it myself, but I as far as I know, you go to this website and you make a request, and it's done by a random Japanese artist.
Huh.
And as far as I know, to draw whatever you requested, and these skebs are like really expensive. Like a skeb itself is actually super expensive.
Weird.
what what sets a skeb apart from like just a regular drawing?
Nothing. It's just that it's exclusively just made by a Japanese man in his bedroom
Uh,
instead of like a European or American man or woman in their bedroom.
so some good shit then. Quality.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
like the art is pretty good, all things considered. It's just like if you're complaining that you need like a high budget model for that, and then you're gonna spend like an exuberant amount of money on pointless promo art that's not getting you anywhere. Oh, and actually, moving away from that topic, this is actually something I actually do feel passionate about. The topic of not safe for work VTubers.
What about
I'm
Are they in danger?
I'm not gonna lie, I I have been the most black pilled on this subject for so long. This is
Hey,
probably the
for the audience, for some of the audience members that may not know what the term black pill means, why don't you go ahead and explain that for them?
it essentially. If you know what Doomer is, it's basically Doomer. And if you don't know what Doomer is, it's basically just a more nihilistic view. I'm not explaining further than that. If you don't know what nihilistic means, I'm not gonna hold your fucking hand. Get out of my channel.
okay?
But
There you have it, folks.
yeah. But regardless, also I'm not gonna explain every fucking internet term. Regardless, so when I first got into the VTubing scene, I started seeing a lot of lewd tubers post DMs about them getting harassed, or like people shooting their shot inappropriately in their DMs, or they're just being just straight up parasocially weird, like ERPing in the DMs without them even responding. And I used to believe all of the DMs because it's like, oh, this is plausible. And then it was revealed a lot of these DMs are just like farming. They would just fake the DMs to get like farms.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's really pathetic. And it's like one thing you kind of is like, yeah, I'm a bygone VTuber, but I feel even if you just look at the VTubers that are successful, they're not selling themselves based on the fact that they are lewd. They're selling themselves on on what they actually are. It's like all the girls in Face Connect, they're they're schizophrenic, but they're the fun schizophrenic. You're financially supporting mentally ill women trying indulging in impossibly bad habits, especially if they're
Do
10 months.
Do VTubers make OnlyFans of their models? I feel like that's a
Absolutely.
thing people do.
Fillion has a fansly. Her friend Saraway has OnlyFans, I believe. I forgot if it's Fansly or OnlyFans. In fact, she even I can't prove that she's the one that paid for it, but I'm pretty sure it's her voice in it. There's a Saraway animation of her just in universe sucking this man's dick, and it was like her whole thing is cyberpunk, right? I think. It was like some sort of punk. I don't really get the aesthetic too much because when I see her clips, there's just a bunch of guns in the background. And it's like I'm an American and I love guns, but she French and I don't understand her aesthetic. So only thing that's keeping me watching her clips is the fact I can name all the guns in the background. And also all of the clips where she's not, instead of being horny, she's talking about she's talking about how much of a femcel she is. It actually makes me feel better about myself.
That reminds me of a rant she did on men and how they should act like men.
Okay, I need to hear. I need to hear this.
uh, Shoot.
What
That's,
is it? What does
I don't
that?
know.
What does that mean?
More importantly, I didn't even know you watched Saraway.
Yeah, not as much anymore.
Oh,
Did she make you feel less manly?
I just really liked her accent.
you frog-loving fuck.
I like a lot of accents.
You
Listen,
don't like which accents do you not like?
ooh,
Curious.
that's a good topic.
I feel like the Latino accent has gone stale for me.
Well, you are part of that flavor range.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're
Yeah,
part
I
of a certain
can't.
flavor range, you get too used to that flavor and you need something more spicy.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's
I
your
change.
favorite accent then? What's your favorite flavor, huh?
This is hard for me to
Actually, what's your least
choose.
favorite? What's your least favorite?
I already said,
I
or
thought
already asked you,
he
Wild.
said the Latino.
Well, I thought it was just your not preferred one. It's like I will have a hard time dating any man or woman with an English or Australian accent.
It's those would probably be maybe top 10.
British. What
You heard
about
it here
what about a
first.
British
If
accent?
you are British, get out of Honey's DMs.
Hey, top 10 is high, I think.
Do you know how many accents there are?
Oh, English.
Probably
I'm
not much,
stupid.
I
but
think
give it.
I don't know why, but I am strangely really attracted to women that have a hard time speaking English, but they're adorable at it.
Oh yeah, that's
That's funny. There's this one. There's this one Aussie YouTuber, and he plays with this Japanese woman, and I
Plays.
think she's. Pretty. I think she's pretty right up your alley, Luke. As far as not being too
um.
good at English, but being cute at it.
Yeah.
I
It was
found
like
this
a coworker
sorry.
pointed out something. It's like, uh, they don't know my dating life, but they straight up looked at me and said, "I don't think a relationship would work for you if they're not basically you." And it's like, looking at it, it's like you're kind of right.
Yeah.
Too
I can
bad
see
I'm
that.
not. Too bad I don't have abs, or else I'd be Cyrus' perfect boyfriend.
Hmm. I want abs.
Nah, I think about working on it.
Oh yeah, you mentioned a routine a couple, like maybe a couple days or a week ago.
Yeah, I legit gave up on it because I thought my supervisor duties were gonna be intensified,
Hmm.
and
Y'all
now I'm
should
no
swim
longer the
more.
supervisor.
I sometimes I go. I don't swim often, but sometimes I feel like I forget how to swim. But then I get in the water and it's like, oh, I can swim.
Wait. Hang on.
Vonnie,
You feel like you forgot how to swim,
Yeah. But when I get in
but
the
then
water, I remember.
do you remember
I think
how to
so.
swim in September?
I
We just, the true way for us to know if Vonnie knows how to swim is to just capture him when he's asleep and to just throw him into the nearest body of water and see if he floats.
honestly,
I'll be sure to send uh, Sweet Baby Ink
can you
to
send
do
me
it.
the video?
I'm sure they'd love to do it to you. You sound like a white male.
But then they see, his skin color and they ask if this is the right guy.
Is that yeah? That's the right guy.
Yeah. And since you're African American, you get a 75% discount.
Oh yeah, I got like the heaviest discount in the universe. But then they're like, wait, do we lower the discount because he sounds so white?
I don't know, man.
It's like this man, he may be eating that watermelon, but is he drinking that Kool-Aid?
Like grape Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
Depends on what your
like
favorite
the
flavor is.
no. So there's
Pick
a
anything,
there's
pick
a
anything but
meme
grape.
in the black. Okay, there's a meme in the black community. So it's like, you're only black if you know how to make Kool-Aid the way a black person would.
Not how does a black person make Kool-Aid?
95. You get a picture, like a whole picture. Fill it to 95% sugar, and then put the flavor,
what?
and then put the flavor
Like-
packet, and
What?
then put in the
sugar.
water, and
How
then
mu-
you
how-
stir.
What's the percentage of water?
5%.
No, I thought you were kidding. That's impossible.
You want some water with your sugar, bud?
I don't know. You'd have to ask
Water turns
Jamal.
into sludge.
You'd have to ask Jamal.
Jamal? Who the frick is Jamal?
Unironically, though, working where I work, you hear the most flavorful black names. And they would also see them
Jamal.
spelled inconceivably wrong.
I thought a lot of African names I hear in memes were made up, but
A lot of them are made up.
some of them are real, and it's like,
One of them was named Jafarian.
was that real or a meme?
Jamal.
That was real. I had to write that.
He sounds black.
oh, maybe
You know who?
now are we?
You know who else sounds black? Titania.
Titania.
Yeah,
From-
from JP.
Do you know what You know what
Yeah.
VTuber can be? Her race could be outed just by her voice alone.
I was about to say Saraway, but I don't think French is a race.
If
don't think
losing,
French
if
is a
lo-
race?
wait, if losing is a if losing is a race, then it is.
Oh man, can't imagine having to
God.
have having another country save our asses. Can't be us.
Literally can't be. We never, except for like our revolution, we quite literally never needed help after.
Oh yeah, the French did help us out with that, didn't we?
Yeah, we helped out the French, and then when they were having their revolution, we were just like, nah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's probably why they hate us so much.
Not really. We're kind of we're kind of big chillin' with the French, if we're being honest. And I won't lie. As far as I make fun of you Frenchies a lot, but there is one thing I think is really cool about your country. So there's a main difference in nuclear doctrine between America and Russia. They have the "if you shoot, I'll shoot" doctrine. Return fire only. France has a warning shot doctrine.
Wait, on nuclear arms?
Yes.
What?
How do you warning shot a nuclear warhead?
I don't know. You bomb like a little farmhouse and nobody cares about.
You see, you shoot the city next to Moscow as a warning shot. It's like that's the most badass thing of a country to ever do as a doctrine.
That's messed up.
You can say it's messed up all you want, but I won't lie. I kind of want France to shoot a warning shot.
No.
It's like, okay, to put it in perspective, Russia said if we take over Ukraine, I think by summer 2024, they will go after everyone. Like
It,
everyone.
what makes them think that they could do it? Even if they did take Ukraine by 2024, it took them like what, 3 years? How many years? Has it
Yeah,
been?
by the near end of 2023, it was already 2 years.
Yeah. So it took them 2 years to take
So we have until the end of the
Ukraine.
summer to find out whether or not if Vladimir Putin uh, wins Ukraine and rather if his delusion goes that hard. And I'm not gonna lie,
I'm not.
I want him. I only want
You
him to
want
win.
Putin to
I
win?
Let me explain. Let me explain. Because then I could see France shoot a warning shot.
Luke out here.
I
consciously
desperately
winning.
want to see that happen.
Luke out here.
You hear that, people? World War III is gonna happen because Luke wants to see France do a warning shot.
Okay, if you hear a warning shot dodging with a fucking nuclear bomb, you kind of want to see that as a headline to an evil country like Russia. No, I don't think the people are evil. I only think the people running it are evil. Let me make that clear. Before people
Politics,
take that shit and run.
politics suck, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Speaking of sucky politics, did you see that stuff with Keffels and Vosh?
No.
Oh my god, it is so. This
Nope.
is the trans community is a cesspool of vile of scum and villainy. Well, the cesspit. I
Some
did
of them.
get that quote wrong.
Some.
I'm not
Some
even
of
willing
them.
to say some of them anymore. All of them pearl clutch and defend Keffels like. Okay, so Keffels is a trans female that asked for $100,000 because she got discriminated against by the police and went on a trip across Europe because she was super doxxed by 4chan. And instead of staying in the place where she got doxxed, where the police know her, she just travels all across Europe and then goes to TwitchCon and then makes a vague threat to one of the goers there, leaves, and then pretends like she was actually going to use that 100K for its intended purpose, which was the first 20 is for her expenses to get her life back together. The rest of it was meant to pursue legal actions against the Canadian police that she claimed wronged her. And you want to know what's the conclusion of all that?
Whoa.
She filed a civil rights complaint, which is free, and is done by a separate entity entirely on her behalf.
That
No time,
So
no money is wasted on her part. And the trans community actually defends this. She also was part of a degenerate Discord called the Catboy Ranch, where they were trying to spread HRT to minors, and they claimed they're trying to help trans kids that couldn't help, that didn't have access to HRT where they live, or people that wanted to transition that didn't have HRT where they live, except they had no way of vetting that. One of the people, Jalen, was doing DIY. Note, by the way, note the HRT was DIY. They were teaching you how to do it DIY and buying it from other DIY manufacturers, well, basically farmers. And it was also commonly referred to as bathtub estrogen in the Catboy Ranch. They were trying to get children to make this, and to buy the supplies, they were giving out tutorials on how to buy it with crypto, so it's harder to track by their parents.
This sounds so predatory.
It is predatory. Keffels and the person they associated with were bragging about how many minors they pink pilled, which is I will explain this term, which is the act of turning someone trans, either forced manipulation or by natural thought. And I'll put in perspective, the way Keffels acts, I do not believe any of them were given. We could actually advocate they had their full agency. It's like they were talking to to a streamer that was quote unquote advocating for them, and was saying, "Hey, I know I know your ass is trans. Come on, take the pill, take the DIY HRT." And her degenerate friend was basically saying how she gets, basically implying that she was getting off on the fact of how many minors she was pink pilling. These people are degenerate and disgusting, and I don't like them, and I will never want them on the internet ever again. But you know what the trans community does? They pearl clutch and defend them no matter what cost. All because they have the same label.
I mean, do you remember the shooting with that one trans person that they shot up at one Christian school and they killed 6 kids?
Yeah, yeah, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's such a good idea."
Everybody was so anal that the journalists were misgendering the shooter, and then there were people that were saying, you know, oh,
they don't deserve their gender. They kill children. Fuck off.
I remember.
And then they were. Sorry, go ahead.
I remember someone was selling shirts on Amazon that had like guns with the trans flag on it. It was like something like respect our pronouns or else. After that whole ordeal,
I won't lie. Okay. Now ignoring like this, ignoring this part of the beef with trans people is that I have such a big beef with the trans community. If I'm being honest, because like all of you guys are fucking weird on Twitter. I haven't met a single trans person that doesn't act weird on Twitter. I scroll on my feed, and it's like, I just told them about this actually, the audience. I actually, before this recording, I told them about this. I was scrolling down, and there was this account called I Follow Trans Cuties or whatever. They posted
Trans cuties.
Yes.
Like cuties in Netflix.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope not.
You gave me Vietnam flashbacks. Yeah, when that was me.
You know, he's still. You know, Mr. Guy is still out there, right?
Who's Mr. Guy?
Sneeko?
He's the guy that said, no. That's not Sneeko. But Sneeko did defend that man's that guy's stance. No, Mr. Girl, that was his name. Regardless, so I follow trans cuties posted pancakes with the syrup being pride flag colored, which is okay-ish, but they captioned it with how do you like your pancakes, or what, depending on, they essentially said depending on if you're a trans man or trans woman, the syrup is either estrogen or testosterone. It's like, fuck, gross, fuck. I can't imagine mixing drugs and food together. Don't mix drugs and food. Do not pollute my food.
That's one way to ruin pancakes.
I genuinely do not care. If you're a trans man or trans woman, I would stick my dick in you regardless. If you with consent. I have to preface that because apparently some people have severe autism
What the
and will
hell?
think I would do it unconsensually.
Yeah, some of my best friends are trans. I don't have an issue with trans people. I have an issue with
Also, to preface this, the views and opinions of Zhao Luke are not shared by Vonnie and Van Wild.
yeah.
Not all of them. I mean, I agree with you guys saying like trans people aren't the inherent problem. It's just
If you guys don't
the
police your
mindset.
community, I'm going to place all of the wrongdoings of your bad actors onto you. That is my rule. If you refuse to police your own community, it's your own fucking fault. I'm gonna try to police my community. I'm gonna whip these VTubers into shape at one point because I'm fucking sick and tired of these fucking nut jobs running the fence for each other, going around. It's like I have such a vindictive hatred of Visojo. I hate so many of you degenerates, and love a few of you. And the fact that I love a few of you is the only reason why I'm even still around in this dumb community.
Luke, what community do you align yourself with? Because it's kind of a mixed bag.
You kind of have
I
a
am
lot of
a
communities.
I am a commentary VTuber.
Commentator. Oh, okay, I see.
Like I'm not. It's like I'm gonna keep commentaries off of the VTubing channels, but it's like, as far as VTubing is concerned, it could. Okay, so I will talk on VTuber drama I actually give a shit about on my VTuber channel, but it's gonna be very rare because there's no such thing as good VTuber drama. Because all you bitches are from fucking high school and need to grow the fuck up.
Dang.
I swear to God.
So we know, like, you know, people living their lives the way they want. That's not the problem, you know. So then, what is really the inherent problem of just the trans community in general?
The inherent problem with the trans community is when one of them gets outed for being a fucking degenerate, whether it be pedophilia, shooting up a church, causing harm to others, rape, general rape. All these things have happened in the trans community, and they will stay silent, or they will rapidly and viciously defend them no matter what. Because they have the right pronouns.
There's another thing I wanted to talk about too, like for audience members as well. Like, what do you think about Pride having a whole ass month to themselves? Like,
oh yeah. For context, my sister brought this up to our attention.
Don't you guys think that there's more, you know, worthy
I think I don't want to get canceled
like
for my correct opinions about veterans.
Like Memorial Day, I think should have a Memorial
I think
month
this
instead.
one video alone is going to spawn enough commentary videos without adding our correct opinions about Memorial Day. It should be a month.
Yeah.
There's no problem in celebrating Pride. Like, you
Yeah,
have
there's
Pride
no
Day,
problem.
A Pride Week, but like
I don't think you guys are on the same level as black people. I'm just gonna keep it on the buck here. I don't think you guys deserve. We have Black History Month. You guys, you're a bunch of white pumpkin spice latte loving whack jobs that decide that woke up and found out you're gay. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of you guys were really good at hiding yourselves throughout history, and then when civil rights came around, you started showing up more, and it was hard for you. And I get it. You know, it's hard to stay a closeted gay. Abraham Lincoln was a closeted gay. At least I'm fairly confident about him being gay. But at the same time, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I'm bisexual, and I'm saying we do not need a whole fucking month to celebrate the fact that I'm bi.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then after the Pride Month, I think this is relatively new, but it's a thing I saw. There's non-binary week.
Okay, that's just Okay, so Pride Month is I think that's a nationally recognized holiday. Well,
Is
month,
it
not
not?
holiday. But I don't think Bisexual Week is actually recognized, so I don't care about it.
Is it
There's a
is
lot
it
of like,
bisexual or non-binary? It was the what is the purple, black,
oh
and
wait,
is it white or yellow?
speaking of
You mean
non-bi,
asexuality?
Can you
I'm
what?
not gonna lie. A lot of asexuals be pissing me off on online though.
Really? They're usually pretty chill.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? It seems that a lot of asexual people that involve themselves with high-level celebrities like to pretend that they're still asexual when they try to initiate sexual intercourse, and then they try to
Okay,
use the
that's
fact
fair.
they are asexual to act like the obviously consensual act was actually a form of sexual assault slash rape.
That's wild.
Yeah. So it's like I do have beef with you asexual influencers.
Influencers, you say?
Yeah. I have no. Uh, I'll I'll keep it clear. It's like if you are an influencer, I probably have more beef with you than uh, just a viewer. So like if you're a trans person and you don't tweet anything, I probably don't have a beef with you. I don't care about your existence. You literally have the smallest amount of impact on my mental brain space. It's non-existent.
Hmm.
You guys
But I'll
think
say,
Vosh just has
oh
what's
my
up?
god, Vosh was a funny one though.
I
It's
was gonna
like,
say, do y'all think Vosh just has dysmorphia? Thinks that he's a horse, or that he's meant to be a horse?
nah, I think he
I
just
mean, it
has like
makes sense.
okay. I think he's just a closeted furry.
Did I say dysmorphia? I meant dysphoria. Yeah,
Dysphoria. That's
I
dysphoria,
do,
and he just thinks that he's a horse.
I don't know. I'm not gonna go that far, right? Because I feel like that's going. It's a funny leap, and I would like to take that leap off the cliff because it's funny. But my personal opinion on Vosh and his horse fetish is that he is a what is referred to as a zoofer. He is not a zoo.
Vosh,
I don't want to say
Vosh gonna
zoophile
sue
because
us
that
after this.
implies he would that he fuck a horse. He made it very clear he does not want to fuck a horse. He wants to be the horse, become the horse, be the horse that fucks the woman.
Yeah. You think he's gonna sue us after this?
Dude,
did he
he
do
didn't.
that?
Okay, listen. I have not heard him suing anybody else, and also, does he even have the money for that?
Yeah, he's not a big shot, is he?
It's like he's one of the bigger political streamers, but I'm not gonna lie. One thing I've noticed with political streamers, they're not the best at keeping track of their money. So another political streamer I'm aware of is Xander Hall. I'm sorry that I'm using him as a cat as an example for all you guys, but I'm not gonna lie. The way you guys talk, you might as well just be Xander Hall and the way you take up my brain space. Xander Hall is a liberal anarchist that does not believe in banks, but he has a PayPal account and he keeps all of his funds in PayPal. His PayPal account got hacked, and it was all spent on, and all his money was spent on Steam games, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the name of the YouTuber that made a really good video on
But
Xander Hall. It's like Xander Hall is is someone I would label as not malicious in his incorrect coverage of things. He's just really dumb and refuses to inform himself.
hmm, I was gonna say it would be hilarious if it was all porn games just to spite him if he ever
You
found
would
out.
assume that's me. You would actually assume that's me. As the ultimate porn collector, you would definitely assume that's me.
If it did get found out, would you pass down your crown?
Okay, if you were to tell me, right,
Mm.
that if someone were to come up to me, it's like I'm giving you Keffel's bank account. Do with this information as you will. I will not tell you what my actions would be next. But they're pretty predictable.
Oh my gosh.
Be an honorable citizen and tell her that her account's been hacked.
That's bullshit.
I would at least get one game. I would at least get one.
Just one.
Nah, I can see Luke,
The thing is that like
but then
I am okay. The thing is like I have a strange honor system. It's like they're not a pedophile, but they've definitely, in my opinion, endangered children. In my opinion. And the way I see it, with the way she was acting in the HRT directive in the Catboy Ranch, she was definitely playing with the lives of potentially not potentially cisgendered children that probably would have never been trans in the first place if it wasn't for her insinuating on it. And I think that's personally disgusting to try to, force the thought of transitioning into a child. I don't think anything political or anything of that matter should be forced on a child. I feel like it should be when they're 18.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
Yeah. It's actually very strange. I'm not a political person, but I have a lot of political-ish opinions on drama. It's like, by virtue of talking about Keffels and Vosh, and the fact I can now put them in the meta tags, and it will still do nothing for the discovery, but Keffels will find it. Hi, Keffels.
Hi, I don't know you. Stop being controversial.
Best advice: stop being controversial. Just get off the internet, Keffels. You're not wanted. You lost. She actually unironically lost so fucking hard in a way. So she won the battle by getting the trans people to not trans people by getting the left community to try to pearl clutch and defend her the entirety of the time. But they did it by admitting that they think she's fucking hideous. So she won the battle but lost the war. She found out all of her friends think she's fucking disgusting.
Man, dude did a self-destruct.
Yeah. And the worst part is like they actually embolden a website that actually does have its fucking negatives. That people, like actual content creators, actually don't want to defend it. Kiwi Farms. But Keffels, through virtue of being a grifting asshole, actually empowered Kiwi Farms.
Who's Kiwi Farms?
Now, to be clear, farmers, I don't really care about you. Don't put shit in my mailbox.
Okay,
you stay in your lane, I stay in mine. That's how I'm gonna keep it. I'm just saying.
Hold on, is that a thing that happens?
Listen, if I get shit in the mailbox, I'm probably gonna blame it on Kiwi Farms first.
I don't know what's more surprising, a pipe bomb or feces on a mailbox.
If I even have the inkling of a pipe bomb, I'm calling the police.
That's fair.
And I won't lie, you will become my enemy number one. I will try to find you.
It's gonna be that one movie that's
Taken.
iconic. But yeah, I have no idea.
It's called Taken. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
That
But I
one
have a
actor.
particular set of skills. Skills that make me dangerous to men like you.
Yes, with that famous one iconic actor that I totally know of.
Liam Neeson.
Yes.
What's funny is that, like, I don't really watch live action movies, and I never actually watched that movie, but I am fully aware of the lead actor. And when you were talking about just by the tiny description, it's actually kind of weird. It's like, I think it's definitely a movie that you become culturally aware of when you're born in my generation.
Maybe.
As I don't feel like you get aware of it if you didn't grow up in the same like set of circumstances I did.
I think whenever I came across it, it was in the meme phase, so that's all I know of it.
So I just saw like Nino was posting like help me post for their friend. And I won't lie. If you're not my friend, I probably give the least amount of fucks about you.
In regards to what? I missed that part.
And no, it's just like if you're not a friend of mine, I probably don't give it a single iota of a scrotum for you.
Oh, yeah. That's my uncle's mindset as well.
It's like, yeah, I care about you as a human being. I don't want anyone to, suffer.
Yeah. But what about random animals on the street?
For some reason, I really have to think about that one. It's like, I only care about dogs.
That's fair. I mean, cats are
I
better than
have
cats.
so much sympathy for, like, my day is ruined if I see a dead dog on the road. My day's ruined.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, because my uncle's the complete opposite. If a cat follows us
1 second,
back to...
I gotta do a thing.
Alright. Alright, guys. I'm the student that the teacher let be in charge of the class. Of us agree that the people who took the job too seriously are kind of lame.
The teacher is back. Did you get an F?
No, but I did write some names on the board for people to go on detention.
Who's going to detention?
Van Wild, he left.
He did leave in the middle of my class, and he did not leave an apple.
Mm-hmm.
I like my app. By the way, if you get me an apple, you have to slice it.
You don't like the you don't like the shell, the skin.
I said slice it.
Oh,
I didn't say
well,
skin the apple.
oh. What? Do you just not like biting into it, or?
It depends on what apple you get me. Some of them, feel like I'm biting into styrofoam.
Or are you talking about the ones that they hand out at most schools?
As I need to start thinking about this because it makes my fucking skin crawl. It's like genuinely, I have such a hard beef with apples. I can only eat them sliced. Only eat them sliced.
That's fair.
Them the rules.
You know, I unironically brought my teacher an apple, but I didn't understand the meaning behind it.
It's a showing of respect and appreciation. and
But
also wishing them healthy, good tidings, essentially.
what I was
Healthy
talking
life
about,
means a healthy mind.
what I was talking about with chat was
Chat, this
if
isn't a live stream.
just shut up, you know what I mean? Is if they had
This would
that
have been a live stream if this was on a Sunday, Vonnie,
not
like
bad
we intended.
surprise family meetup. My bad. I think it was Memorial Day. Who knows?
So you
But
didn't even wish your veteran family members a happy Memorial Day. I see how it
uh,
is.
actually, some veterans get offended because it's the day for those who have fallen, not for those overseas and whatnot.
Overseas.
Our I don't know. Our current
That got back
active
home. Do you mean?
our yeah, our current active duty members. So when they say thank you for your service, they mean thank the dead for what they sacrificed.
Yeah, it
Um,
feels kind of insincere that that we had a family gathering on Saturday for Memorial Day. Then
oh, yeah, I guess it is.
it's like, well, why don't we just visit a military graveyard instead?
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, I'm trying. So I'm trying to remember the significance. I think you leave a penny to show respect if you don't know them, and the value gets higher the closer you are to them. So the general rule of thumb when it comes to showing your so it's a tradition for the river Styx tale.
Hmm.
Leave a gold coin for the dead so they can pay the ferryman.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's an old coin tradition like that.
Yeah, it goes penny, respects, nickel, you trained at boot camp, dime, you served with them in some capacity, and a quarter is you were there when they were killed.
Yep. Oh, I see someone finally decided to return to class.
Then Wild, you now have detention, and I snitched. I will get good boy points for this, and extra credit.
Shove those gold stars up your ass.
Van Wild, I will not have profanity in my classroom.
Uh, I'm sorry. Shove those gold stars down your cocksucker.
Uh,
Is that better? Was that better, Teach?
In school suspension.
This is worse than that one time during Ruby Gray Fang.
yeah, I was about to say.
I actually have very maniacal plans for the campaign. Very
Did
maniacal.
you actually write them down?
I'm not writing them down because I don't want. At this point, I am a very much a free flowing DM. At this point, man.
I had an
They're going
interesting
to good.
like,
Anytime I write them down, it actually goes the exact opposite direction. The only way to guarantee it's going my way is to just draw the maps and go with the flow.
Hang on, Vonnie actually has an idea. We gotta listen to this.
I thought about bringing on one of the VAs, and like for each special guest, we make a special episode for them.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Did you get one to agree?
No, because I wanted to catch up on stuff first. We do
Catch
have
up.
house.
You make like 0.1%
Tina.
progress every 3 weeks.
Yeah. Going through a phase right now, alright?
It's not a phase, Mom. I swear, it's not a phase. I like Blackfield Brides because they're an amazing band.
Yeah, I like Rent a Girlfriend because it's really wholesome.
So you're into that NTR storyline.
Is that what is in it?
Yes.
Oh.
There's a manga panel where I think it was the MC was having a dream of him getting NTR'd by his rent-a-girlfriend.
What? What'd you say? Hello?
I think he's dying again.
I hate NTR.
Alright, that's all we need to know.
It's kind of weird how much effort people put into NTR content, though. It's like, as a porn collector, I have no choice
Ronnie,
but to
are you
collect
getting
it.
this?
Getting what?
What are you not getting?
This is like a setup for a joke. It could be.
You're not getting your wife's vagina.
I don't even like Weiss. Or not, I don't like Weiss that much.
Wife.
Oh, wife. Same thing.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
You
By the
fucking
way,
with Scary or something?
No.
Didn't think you're into that Azimu.
I am not. That would be a conflict of interest, Luke.
How would that be a conflict of interest?
Because they do voice work for us.
So, it's not. It's okay. It's different if they. A good example is like if they were a journalist or a reviewer and they made a positive review of your work. It is a severe conflict of interest.
Alright,
What's wrong with leaving a positive review on Bonnie's work?
So it's like, Vani, would you say you open up a family restaurant with your beloved wife and you work together? How is that a conflict of interest?
I guess it depends on the people.
That's not how conflict of interest works.
Isn't the people your family?
I mean,
It's like if you're a family-owned business and you have family members working there, there is no conflict of interest unless the family member is a food reviewer and they're reviewing your restaurant. That is a conflict of interest. The conflict of interest is the context surrounding your family. And how, like, one of them has a job that would definitely benefit you if they said something positive to you, rather not if it's true or not.
so if never mind.
You know Stephen King?
Yeah.
Let's say he has a daughter, and his daughter does book reviews.
I feel bad for them if I
They probably never see their dad, if that's true. But her daughter goes like, I'm going... what was that thing called? I'm trying to remember. I'm going to review the book that was the basis for The Shining. I think that was a Stephen King novel.
The book that was the basis for The Shining?
Yes.
Yeah, so Stephen King hated the movie.
Yeah, okay, I got it right. So let's say his daughter reviewed the book. And she said, regardless of her actual review, it is considered a conflict of interest that needs to be disclosed to the reader or the viewer of the review.
Let me see.
And ironically enough, this is what started Gamergate. Gamergate was started because a games journalist that was reviewing games positively that her boyfriend was developing. And when that got outed, gamers... So when that got outed, gamers got angry at her, and then the game journals came to their defense, and it was basically just revealed that the entirety of the game journalist industry is vapid, incestuous dribble. And essentially, that was when all gamers just stopped trusting any games publication sites. Because after that point, they started realizing that, oh yeah, game journals don't actually know how to play video games. Game journals don't actually know how to don't have any video game media literacy.
Oh gosh, that reminds me of this one game journalist who really shouldn't have been a game journalist, go into a gaming Discord server trying to review people, and she was like,
Review
"Why
people?
isn't everyone using their real names?"
What?
What is
You
that?
Putting up ads hey, gamers, I would very much like to interview you regarding this game that we both play.
Stardew Valley.
Did she use her real name?
I think so.
That's the thing about games journalists. They don't. Okay, actually, we should make a separate video talking about this. But there's a video posted by Caleb Hammer. He does financial content, and he has this thing where he reviews people's finances that apply on his show. There's this one person that was a journalist. And the thing is, I really wanted to like this guy because, as far as if I understood the flow of the conversation right, he said if America was to go into a civil war with Texas, he would side with Texas. And I was like, that's based. That's Texas pilled. I appreciate that, but he
Yes.
is an actual man baby, though. I never hated a guest more than him.
He was a guest on your show.
No, he was a guest on Caleb's show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, the guy literally almost walked out because Caleb said, no one gives a shit about your fucking degree, dude. Because he kept he kept bringing up his fucking degree. And saying like, yeah, it's gonna be like a conflict of interest. It's like, oh, you're a smart guy, and it's like, yeah, I am smart. I got this degree. And it's like, no one actually gives a shit about your degree. They're probably saying, oh yeah, you're a smart guy, sarcastically, because he's being an asshole, and just
Yeah.
doesn't realize he's being an asshole.
I still remember how eye-opening it was to find out that intelligence does not correlate to wisdom.
Yeah,
Oh my
gosh,
gosh, I can see
wisdom-
your mind.
it's
Oh my God.
it's Emmett from the Lego Movie, mind blown.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, oh my,
Not perfect, but that's
GOSH.
okay.
Guys, look. It's like almost 10:30 where I'm at.
Oh yeah. I forgot
I
about
got
that.
work tomorrow, so
That's
I'm gonna
cool.
call
Yeah,
it.
same here. I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching today's episode. I've been your luxurious host, Zhao Luke, with my special guest, Vani.
Hi, I'm Bonnie. If you like me and these two, I do stuff on my channel, but mainly Ruby if you're a fanatic like me.
If you're cringe. Van Wild.
If you like the coughing of Andy and Lele and the sounds of our voices and us arguing with each other, head over to Velvety Voices and check out more content.
Yeah, we are. It doesn't matter what channel I'm on. I'm always arguing with either him or Vani, and usually him. Almost always him.
It's pretty much verbal fist fighting.
I
You
am
and-
very
you and Bonnie or you and
opinionated.
me?
You guys, who else?
Yeah, it's like, do
I've
you
heard
really?
YouTube. Heard
You
you.
never
I've
argued
heard
with
YouTube.
Vonnie. You never argued with Vonnie.
I'm not
I've
good at
never
arguing.
argued. But I mean, I hear YouTube fights sometimes, so it's
Well, yeah,
Barely.
but it's the last time we fought was on the fact that Vonnie didn't have a plan. Do you know? I
that
don't
part's
think you
nothing.
fully understand how much that actually threw me over the fucking moon.
My plan is just as good as Dutch is from Red Dead Redemption. Alright?
Give me a plan, Dutch.
Hmm?
Tell me you got a plan.
I do. Ran wild to your outro. I musty.
I already did my outro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Back to-
Thank you for
this
watching
video could have
today.
ended.
It actually could have ended, and I can't do my accent thing because I have the headphones on. I'll see you guys next time. Eat my ass and fuck off.